This is Jilliana Ranicar-Breese for part 3 of my interview with the photographer Roland Beaufre. You say your name.
Beaufre.
Beaufre, yes. Anyway, he's going to show on his laptop the book covers of the photographs, well, the books that he's known for, or rather the interiors and interior design and decoration that his photography is known. God, my English sounds terrible. Okay, so go ahead.
So one of the first was Moroccan Interiors
Yes.
at Taschen publisher.
Oh yeah, Taschen, yes.
So that was the first one. As I know very well Morocco, they asked me to do photographs of the different houses.
Of course.
Everywhere in Morocco. Well, the second one, I did it with the Édition du Chêne, the Chêne publisher,
yes.
And it's called Dictionnaire des styles décoratifs.
Yes.
So there I try to show what are the different style in decoration, fashion style, a neo-Baroque style, or neo-classical style, or well, there is plenty. There's something like 12 or 14 different styles, and I picked up in my archives different photographs to show what it was or what it is, and I was doing also a big shot in the studio with all, the different items which are emblematic of the style.
Okay.
So that was that book.
Okay. How many books have you done?
Oh, maybe 14 or 15.
A lot.
So after I did the Colonial Style at the Édition du Chêne, always.
Yes.
And that was to explain the style which came out after several decades, inspiring by India, Southeast Asia, North Africa, South USA, South America, and the mix with the European style did what we call the colonial style. And it was very funny in a way for me to do that, because as my father was a general, he spent a lot of time in Indochine, Southeast Asia, and I heard a lot about it when I was young. So it interested me a lot to do a book on that.
Wonderful.
After that, I did Extravagant. Extravagant, it was made in German, English, and French. So
what does that mean, extravagant?
Extravagance. It's over the top.
Over the top.
Over the top. And it's only houses, this is the French one, extravagance. And it's only designers' home. Fashion designers or furniture designers, and which are all very over the top and very strange or unusual.
Would they be French?
No, all around the world, because there is, of course, designer French like André Dubreuil, who is very famous now. But also there was a butcher in New York, who is very famous to be an art critic. At the same time,
what's his name?
He's a butcher. I don't remember his name.
Okay.
And he's living in Staten Island.
Yes.
And he only have furniture of the 15th century.
Oh my God!
So it's a very special one.
Oh, you went to his home?
Yes, of course.
What's the most intriguing home you've ever been to? The first one that comes to mind.
Maybe this one, because
really,
I didn't expect to see something like this, and it was in a 2-room apartment,
Yeah.
And crowded of furniture and paintings, including a painting of Rembrandt.
Oh my
This
God!
is a big surprise when you are in Staten Island, and the man saying that he was butcher in a supermarket, but he is very known of all the art magazine like Connaissance des Arts of the Connoisseur and so on.
Okay.
Because he is very famous.
He's an art collector.
He is an art collector for the 15th century.
My God.
That's all, not the 16th.
Yeah. It's got to be 15th.
Yes.
My God, he's living in the wrong century, isn't he?
Completely.
He must have very expensive meat, that's all I can say. Filet mignon every day.
Probably, yes, I don't know, but...
You're vegetarian, maybe.
I'm not vegetarian, he's not vegetarian, thank God.
How interesting. Anyway, let's go on to another book.
Funny.
You said you've done 14.
So this one was called Paradism.
Oh, yes.
And it was all for everything in Paris for men, shops to buy suits, of course, but also to work out, or to collect hats, or to shoes, or papers, everything, around the Parisian men.
Oh, that's very interesting, yes. Yeah.
And it was very interesting to do.
Because usually it's women, so...
So this was men, and there was including boxing place,
Oh, that looks interesting. Voyage, dans le Maroc. Juif.
Yes, because I did it at the turn of the millennium. Because at that time there was still in Morocco some places still alive. Some houses, of course, but some synagogue and some maybe library, different places
Essaouira,
like that.
There's a big festival somewhere near Essaouira.
Yes, but at that time there was nothing, but there was synagogue left in Essaouira, including one or two houses.
Yeah.
And we have met some people, some Jewish, but there was something like 3 in Essaouira at that time.
Right.
And now it's more known in Essaouira, but at that time most of the Jewish people were living in Casablanca.
Yes.
Just a few in Tangier, or Fez, or Marrakesh.
Yes.
But I tried to find in every cities in Morocco places where I could find...
Marrakesh would be the...
That was not the easiest one. The easiest one was Rabat and Casablanca, in fact. And I found a lot, and we did a book with that, which was a big success, but badly the publisher didn't want to print it again.
Okay, so it's sold out
So
now.
it's sold out, and you just can find it on Amazon.
Oh, how interesting. What year was that done?
2000.
Okay, interesting. Okay, on to the next.
After I did a book, Tangier, the dernier exil à Tangier, the last exile in Tangier.
And what's that about?
Well, it was, in fact, the idea, it's the Édition du Regard, who is an art publisher in Paris, and he have seen all my photographs on Tangier. Okay. So he wanted to do something on Tangier. So that was all my archives on Tangier of everything, street photography, as you spoke earlier, but also houses, people, arts and crafts, the beach of Tangier, of the Atlantic Sea, the mint tea at the Café Hafa, or photographs at the Café de Paris, Morocco Palace, and so on. So that was to fix that, because after that was the beginning of 2000, it was maybe 2002 or 3, and Tangier have changed a lot after that, and very fast. So that was to have a souvenir of Tangier.
Okay, well, we'll continue in the next episode. Thank you.